just a bloke in a bar.
What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another DMP. Don't forget, boys, both of us, all three of us, we are going to Perth next week. The USA.
Us.
Yeah, bit of ground and pound.
The most, like, you know what? The UFC and KO said, we need blokes with testosterone. We don't have enough testosterone in this city.
No, exactly.
And that's why they brought us
Need
in.
a few donks.
Yeah, couple of fucking animals in there to ground and pound and then just kiss you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's we just
I'll do the kissing part.
Yeah.
Or extra handshakes. You.
Well, that's it. I'm gonna throw out a couple. Dude, we should do that. Me try and do some fucking awkward handshakes with the guys.
That's exactly what we do.
Yeah.
Just mid-combo.
So we've got to
like
interview a few of the
mid-answer. It's
fighters
got a man love
backstage,
that, man.
See how many awkward handshakes I can get out.
A
That's
handshake counter for the weekend.
Yeah,
and you
fuck
should
yeah.
get something if you beat a certain, like you should get a gift or.
How many
His overs unders.
I don't want to ruin my reputation with
Well,
which
it's
is
already
already
been
in the
fucked.
ground.
Yeah, but they'll just be like, look,
I
he's,
don't really have
he's a
one.
bit weird, but he's a good bloke.
He does throw out some fucked up handshakes. All right, we'll do it.
That's your thing now.
Yeah, okay, we'll do it. That'll be good.
your
That's
thing.
fucked up. Yeah, mate, I'm pumped.
It's gonna be sick.
Have you been to Perth before?
Yeah, ages ago. Like, don't really remember it. To
It's
be
a
honest.
vibe. I mean, at least I've only been there when the UFC's on, but like,
It's not a bad place.
It was
It's not a
pumping.
bad place.
Footy's on as well. Rugby union.
When do you fly over?
pumping.
Tuesday?
Tuesday. Fuck no, dude.
Monday. No, Friday.
My God, I'm gonna be sleeping.
I
For,
fly over Monday night.
oh, really? You're
You
there the
gotta
whole
wait.
week?
Do the whole. Yeah, I got to do the whole.
No, wow. No, we're just doing the Wayne's press conference Friday, Saturday.
Oh, okay. Well, then my
Maybe
text
not.
wouldn't have made any sense to you then.
It didn't make a whole lot of sense.
No.
I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I looked at it and I was like, oh, he thinks we're going with KO. We're not. We're going with UFC.
So for the audience, I messaged the boys and I was like, hey, like, to kill two birds with one stone, because I assume that you're over there the same. First of all, I assume you with KO, and second of all, I assume you the whole week. I said we could just do like a mini podcast each week. Easy content for us, but KO would froth that shit.
Yeah.
And then you were like, sorry, bruh. You gave me the nah, bruh. We're with UFC.
We're with UFC.
But also, I didn't realize you would have been like, we're not even there the whole week. What's
I didn't
Well,
even.
that's how I was like, fuck, what, over the 2 days? Like,
No, but they didn't even register
Okay.
with me.
I did for me. I was like, wait, you want to say we'll get in there Friday, do a podcast Friday, then do Saturday, podcast Saturday? And
No,
then,
he meant all week.
well, now I get that. That makes sense now. That makes sense a lot.
Mate,
more
it's a
sense
lot
now.
of, that's easy content for us.
Would have been
great-
easy. No,
great
that would have
content.
been a great idea.
Yeah.
Had we been going there on Monday.
Okay.
Mate, I'm so tired.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna
going to be
s-
sleeping.
Well, we got a few, but yeah, you say that now.
Well, I won't be up at 3 in the morning every
True.
morning. Or 1 in the morning every morning.
I bet you I start waking up at 1 in the morning.
That is going to be funny,
Yeah.
trying to get your sleep cycle back into
To
shape.
be fair, my sleep cycle's fucked. So it's like, I don't know that it's, my sleep cycle is like not a cycle.
Okay.
So I think I'll be able to just like start doing something consistently and then
Yep.
in 2 days I'll be back.
Usually, if you can just push through one tough day, you can get back into the rhythm.
Well, we
of
push
things.
through every day now. We push through.
don't know.
Tobler doesn't.
What time do you go to sleep though? 7 o'clock.
Last night I was asleep at 9.
Yeah,
got up at
same.
1:12:45.
Yuck.
Dude, Tobler.
But mate, honestly, you just push through and it's sweet. You're sleeping through the day. Fucks you.
Dude, we've actually realised sleep a myth.
A myth.
Yeah, dude.
Big sleep is.
Big
is
sleep's a fucking
I
lie,
used
dude.
to be like, if I don't get my 9,
I need my 9.
I'm rat shit. I am not as
know.
sharp. I'm not sharp. Like my sharpness is gone.
Yeah.
My memory's gone. We had a meeting this morning. I was trying to tell Ella about what we talked about. I couldn't recall anything.
Okay.
She goes, what did you talk about? I go, I don't know.
No.
You're basically a zombie. At the moment.
Like I can't really recall those sort of details, but I'm going okay.
Yeah, okay.
I've lost my sharpness, and I'm doing that off 4.5 hours.
Yeah. And I'm just like, the amount of coffee I have, I actually got really jittery this morning. I had like
Yeah, but you
2
fucking
Macca's
plowing it.
Ice Long Blacks and then another Macca's Large Long Black, a warm one.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Bro, what
Like
the
that's
hell?
too much caffeine.
But I tell you what's not too much. The amount of goals we've won. Because it's a record, baby.
Record goals.
It's a record. 18 goals. The nation has lifted. It has absolutely lifted. I'm going to be honest. I didn't know we were going over with that much dominance, that much
Did
aggression.
you hear what they were saying? That they were trying to work out whether it's a coincidence or whether it's just because whether it's self-evident that Australia broke the gold medal record when we started streaming.
That is true. That is true.
And they're just not sure, how influential we've been.
Yeah.
Early estimates coming through.
We're maybe like 8 goals.
Yeah, I'm sure 8, 9.
Did they count the goals that I gave you as well to the tally?
No, they haven't.
So it's technically
fucking
20.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They're
20
talking
goals.
8.5 to the line.
8.5
Something like
goals.
that.
Okay.
8.5 to 9 goals. They're saying we've added
Is what
by
we're worth.
watching everything.
You're worth that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jeez, when you go to sponsors and that, you can say we're worth 8 goals.
Well, I
Olympic
mean-
goals.
We didn't do it for the money, mate. We did it for the nation.
We did. Listen,
There's no ads on it or anything? No
Oh, well,
product
like
placement?
good days on there. Maybe some,
No product placement at all?
No, I don't think so.
no,
No,
not really.
listen, maybe some incidentals. Like,
Oh,
no, it's
you already
a mess.
had it there.
It was already there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, no, I don't. I don't think so.
No,
No,
I don't think so either.
for the nation.
Speaking of good day,
This shit's getting me through.
Yeah,
Legit.
Yeah.
I'm not even joking. I've gone from a 9-hour guy to a 4.5-hour guy. Yeah, I've lost an inch of my sharpness, but I'm alive.
yeah. Which you
I'm
would
here.
die.
Yeah, I'm not dead.
I'm here.
Yeah. Didn't die.
Didn't die.
Now,
Thanks to
I
Good Day.
don't know whether like legally we can claim don't sleep.
That's
just have
my
good day.
opinion.
That's just your experience. That's
It's
your
my
lived
experience.
experience.
It's my lived experience.
Yeah.
Don't shit down my throat, Masood style. Okay, it's my lived experience. It's my truth.
It's your truth.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
and my truth is that without Good Day, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Sitting with you, fine gentlemen.
Okay.
I'd be in bed, a mess.
Okay. Now here is the gold tally. Titmus, 400. O'Callaghan, 200 freestyle. McEwen, 100-metre backstroke. McEwen, 200-metre backstroke. McAvoy, 50-metre freestyle. Team Australia, 4x2 freestyle relay. Team Australia women's 4x1 freestyle. Then cycling, all forms. We got Grace Brown, women's time trial on the road.
Saya Sakakibara.
Sakakibara.
Saya.
I like the name Saya. That's a nice name.
Yeah, I actually like that name as well.
Sakakibara. BMX racing, Team Australia, men's team pursuit on the track. Canoe, kayak, canoe, single, kayak, cross. And then we've got Arissa True, women's park, 14 years. Oh,
dude.
Arissa True.
Yeah, dude, she's the truth.
She's the truth.
She is the truth. Keegan Palmer, men's park. And then we've got Nina Kennedy, the first ever women's field gold.
That's insane. It was a fuck. Did you watch it?
Didn't
Fuck, it was
qualify
good
for
stuff.
Tokyo.
Didn't
She didn't
really?
qualify. And
Wow.
she's had 1,000 injuries, all this pressure, things not going her way, goes out there and says, I'm an Australian woman, which is, we have proven Australian females better than the rest of the population's females.
Yeah, she was
women.
jumping her ass off, mate. She
was
was vaulting
killing
her
it.
ass off.
One of the great vaulters.
I tell you, as I said, if we ever doubted that Australian women aren't better than the rest of the world's women, I think this is confirmed it is.
I certainly didn't doubt it, but it's nice to have it reconfirmed.
It was, yeah.
And like factually proven.
It's nice to have it up in the bright lights.
Yeah.
Because it's just been sickeningly dominant.
Sailing, Matt Wern, men's dinghy, and tennis, the men's doubles, Edmund and Pierce. That is incredible stuff.
Yeah.
It's fucking unbelievable. And we're not done yet, mate. There's more
yet.
golds out there.
And Denny got a bronze as well, the big fella.
Denny got a bronze.
Got a bronze?
First
He
time that Australian males medalled in the discus.
Really?
In the disc, if you want
In the
if you
disc.
wanna-
Well,
it's the disc to the professionals.
Listen. He referred to it as the disc.
So that's what I'll be referring it.
The Denny Ute must have referred to it as the disc. So.
Okay. I was watching the team sprint last night with the men's.
Pursuit.
No, sorry. Not team. It's just like single sprint.
Oh, yeah. The cat and mouse one.
No, you just do a time, like you just go around once
okay.
and whoever does the fastest obviously wins. Anyway, so we were sitting first, got beaten by, I think, Israel. Then another Aussie come on and I think his name Hoffman maybe. Anyway, one of them come on, broke the world record. Literally breaks the world record. Anyway, you're thinking he's going into the finals ranked number 1. 2 rides later, the world record gets broken again.
Jesus.
By a Dutch bloke.
Bastards.
That is like to see the world record broken twice in the same meet. Like think about the chances of that happening.
Wait, just quickly on the Netherlands, we had a very interesting conversation on our stream at about fucking 2 a.m. Who the fuck knows? They just can't pick a name. Are they the Dutch? Are they Netherlands? Are they Holland? It's all over the shop.
I thought, is Holland a city?
Yeah.
Well, it's a province.
A province.
Yeah.
But they used to roll out Holland as the name for the
They used
country.
to roll it all out.
Yeah, I actually had to Google when I was putting up Dutch rider like beat Australia. I was like, is Dutch Holland or Netherlands? And I was like, oh shit, it's the same fucking thing.
And is it the Netherlands or the Netherlands?
Netherlands.
Netherlands. You know, like get it together.
What are we doing here? Let's simplify it. Pick a name.
Apparently they've dropped Holland officially. They're trying to get their shit together.
Yeah. Which I respect, but like...
It's been a while.
It's been fucking confusing for a while. Like, to be 35 and not know what I'm talking about, you could say it's my fault, but I refuse to accept that.
I tell you, a beautiful, shockingly good place to go is Amsterdam. Have you been before?
I have.
I haven't.
Okay, so in your head, you'll probably think all it is about like weed,
Why
all
the
that
fuck
kind of
do
stuff.
you think that?
Well, I thought that.
Oh, okay, good. I thought you were just... I thought you were
No, I
making
wasn't
an assertion
insulting
about
you.
my
No.
proclivities.
No, of course
I'm
not.
a straighty 180.
Okay, I thought that, and I'm a straighty 180 now. Anyway, went over there. It is seriously one of the most beautiful cities I've ever been to in my life, and it's only really a part of the city that is dedicated to that. Which I'm not a hater. I'm all about that. Like, good on you, have fun. But when I got there, it truly, like, the Anne Frank house is like one of the most emotionally draining places you can go to.
Oh,
It's
really?
so hectic. And I didn't think I'd have that much of a reaction to it. But even the city, the way it's all set up, there's different like, it's beautiful. Do you remember?
Yeah, it's a beautiful place. Beautiful
Were
place.
you high on drugs the whole time?
No.
That's what I mean.
No, I
You
wasn't.
think you're going to do that, but when you actually get there, it's actually like, there's so much more to it than just that.
Than just getting...
Yeah.
Unbelievable place, Amsterdam.
Hell yeah. I'd like to go.
No, you'd love it, man.
I'd like to go. Is it a place to take
Beautiful
children at
park.
this
What's
point?
that park
Yeah,
called?
like, that's what I mean. You just said it's a place to take children.
Yeah.
Because you got that
yeah, well,
impression.
I'm like, do I take kids to like
100%. And there's
crack house?
bikes everywhere.
Yeah, right.
No, not a crack house.
There's
at
no
all.
crack. Well, I'm sure there are crack houses there.
It's one of the nicest cities in Europe.
Okay, good.
But that's what I'm trying to like. That's the whole.
I was just wondering, maybe you guys are on mushrooms and that's why it looks so good.
No. Beautiful place. And also there's like everyone rides bikes everywhere. Like all you can hear is ding, 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 ding. Matter of fact, on the side of the street, there's like
wig out if you were on something.
there is like bikes just covered in spider webs that have just been left there like freaking everywhere.
Big bike people.
Big
Oh,
bike
really?
people. Yeah, they ride bikes everywhere.
Are they like nice bikes rather than your fucking?
Well, no,
e-bikes that are
everyone
rolling
rides
around
bikes. Everyone.
They're your like
No one drives.
They're your bikes.
Well,
with
they
the,
do, but not really.
with the basket in them. They're not like a fucking like you got a helmet on.
here?
and
Ah,
that.
yeah, you're right.
Just-
Not velodrome bikes.
Nah, they're bikes with your little basket at the front.
Yeah.
Well, like your muffins and stuff.
Yeah,
Your baguettes.
yeah,
I know it's
baguettes
French,
and
but
cookies maybe.
Yeah.
Cookies,
What else would you put in your basket?
eggs,
Oh, yeah.
eggs, lettuce,
Lettuce.
tomatoes,
Tomatoes, yeah.
Bit of cheese.
bit of cheese.
Yeah.
Block of cheese.
You sort of making like a charcuterie board or some sort of. Would you have a
Grapes in there? Any grapes?
bread basket, bread board?
Yeah, grapes.
Mandarins if they're in season.
If they're in season,
Do
I'll
they
take
get mandarins over in Amsterdam?
Well, in season.
I don't know. I thought maybe they were just unique to Australia.
Don't know.
My wife's actually in Italy right now, Tuscany.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Buongiorno.
her best friend's getting married.
You didn't go?
Well, I got work to do, mate.
So you're.
I'm bloke got to pay the bill, mate.
Has she got Rainy Boy?
Hey?
She got Rainy Boy?
Yeah, got the little fella.
So
Oh,
you're
so
fucking.
you're neck beating up.
You're cracking out
You
the
know what?
music
I actually
bars,
fucking
dude.
miss him so
Mate,
much.
someone
Yeah, no,
said.
it's fucked,
so
isn't it?
fucked.
It's actually
Someone
fucked.
said
just
the
wanna
other
kiss
night,
him.
Yeah,
you
it's
can
ridiculous.
confirm. So what? 3:30 in the morning. Someone said that you signed on to your neckbeard fucking online game and then hid your visibility. True or untrue?
That's just what they were claiming in the chat.
At
dude.
3:30
Diablo. You signed into your Diablo account.
At 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
Not
And
a
then-
chance.
and
Which
then-
would
and then
make more
hid.
sense
Have you got
now
a
to get
Diablo
in.
account?
I do, but not
Oh.
3:30 in the morning.
The midnight neckbeards,
This is. How is this news? You already knew I played video games.
dude. No, it's just it's just saying the midnight. It's the fact.
And I'm
I-
piecing,
I can
together.
promise ya.
Rain's away. Your wife's overseas. He's by himself.
Music
He's got
bar's
Diablo. He's got music bars. 3:30 in the morning.
I can promise you, A, I didn't play Diablo, for one. B, wouldn't have been 3:30 in the morning, definitely asleep by then. The latest would have been around 10 p.m. and it would have been Assassin's Creed Odyssey that I played last week. So that's...
Well, no.
We're
It's
just
my
passing
job.
on a-
It's my job to ask the questions.
Yeah.
The tough
Okay.
questions.
This is what was said to us. We're just relaying information as opposed to
very
accusing it.
weird that my personal life has been like... I'm almost like got like spies into looking into what I'm doing.
Well, that's
That's not on us, dude.
Listen,
You're a
you
public
take that up with the
figure.
dribblers.
Now I can't just enjoy my life. I've got to
You're
worry
a
about logging in
public
now.
figure now,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, they said you logged in and then hid your visibility.
I definitely didn't do that because I first of all I didn't go into Diablo because that's on Battle.net. That's a different client. I was on Ubisoft's one, which is different. That's great.
Okay, all right.
Listen,
Hey, listen.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. That's what they're saying.
Okay. Grab a case of bloke beer from your local. Beer for blokes that turn up, family mates and good times. Aussie spirit in the can, guys. Shaun Johnson retires. calls time on 14 season NRL career. You're half Kiwi.
Yep.
What do you reckon of Shaun Johnson?
He's terrific.
Yep.
Incredible footballer.
He was very close to winning a grand final in 2011, but didn't.
Well, he wasn't close.
Well, isn't he made it?
He was there. They were never going to win that game.
No, they weren't going to win that game. But I'm just saying, congratulations on making
ridiculous.
the big dance at least once in your career. And sorry that we had to rip it away from you.
Well, we're not sorry.
No,
are we?
I'm not sorry.
Well, it's just like, well done on making a grand final.
Yeah, I'm like front facing. I'm really sorry, but obviously, like,
But he's, mate, a terrific footballer, very handsome. Like the way he goes about his work. I like the way he speaks, Denon.
Speaks well.
he was an
Speaks very well.
excitement
Do
machine.
you know he's actually not Māori? He's
Japanese.
Yeah. Japanese.
There you
Actually,
go.
I didn't know that. I thought he was.
I didn't
Māori.
know that for a
Japanese.
while, and then I saw that he had. I'm pretty sure he's got like the blossoms tattoo on his arm or something.
Yep.
He's got some incredible fucking highlights.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like, so delectable.
Yeah.
so honestly, probably one of the best highlights you can get.
His old touch highlights are worth watching as well if you haven't seen them.
And you
They're
can literally just
fucking
put him on
unbelievable.
loop, and you'll enjoy him in as much the 10th time as the first time you watch.
Oh
him.
yeah, go to his YouTube highlights, his touch highlights.
You know what
Fucking
would be
ridiculous.
interesting? Who has, if you could measure somehow, or maybe a vote, who has the best highlights all time? Like, not necessarily like winning grand finals or whatever. Highlights where you're going, holy shit, what he just did individually is crazy.
Yeah, that's actually
Because like Cameron Smith, greatest, essentially like top 2 greatest players of all time. His highlights would be like,
they'd suck.
wouldn't be that interesting.
It'd
The
be him
highlights
making
of-
50 tackles in the middle, like laying on people to get his
For
fucking.
me, Greg
stats
Inglis
up.
is right up there.
Yeah,
just
for
because he's
sure.
got
yeah, for sure.
Greg Inglis is a fucking good.
Tommy Turbo from that one
Tommy
season.
Tommy
Turbo.
Turbo that one season.
There's a
fucking-
video on YouTube called 15 Minutes of Marshall Mayhem. And,
Marshall's up there.
and I've watched it a billion times.
Marshall's up there.
15 minutes of Marshall Mayhem.
Love that.
And then there was a,
Oh,
and then,
that's sick.
and then I don't think it's here anymore, but they made a part 2.
Oh, really?
So it's
They-
30
what do you
minutes.
mean it's not here anymore?
Well,
I think it got
It left.
deleted. Yeah.
Take it down.
It got deleted. But there is one still floating around.
Okay, well, I'm
Yeah.
going to watch that.
Yeah.
That sounds terrific. But Shawnee Johnson's right up there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Fucking oath.
Think
Fucking
about how
silky.
incredible that is. Like when he was 21 years old or 20, he took the Warriors to a GF.
Yeah, that was his first year.
Like-
it was his first
Was
year
it?
in a row. Because him and Cherry were both, I'm pretty sure they were both
Yeah.
debutants.
Imagine like,
Well.
imagine right now if we were watching a 20-year-old in his first year take a club that notoriously hasn't succeeded in like a decade to a GF. Imagine how much hype there would be on that
Yeah,
kid.
I know.
That's a good point,
And in that
you
year,
know?
though, there was around him because it was like he was in such. I think he. I don't know why my brain remembers this, and it may be wrong actually, but I think he like only debuted in like round 6 and then never dropped out of the side. And he was so fucking. He was such a new commodity. Everyone was like, "How the fuck do we defend this guy?" Like
Yeah.
he was just doing freak shit.
Like he ripped Australia playing for New Zealand. Like he would rip Darren Lockyer in that.
Yeah.
He was he was a gun in his absolute fucking prime. He was a gun, and not that this is his playing career, but he's got a new podcast, the name of which escapes me.
Play
but-
On.
Play On. I'd never really heard him. Like you hear him interview.
I really like that.
Seeing the clips and stuff, you're like, oh, this guy. Like you see get a bit more of an insight.
He'll be the biggest. He'll be one of the biggest analysts in the game, in my opinion, especially in New Zealand. Especially in New Zealand, I think
Yeah.
he'll be one of their biggest pundits. Like if he came to Australia, he could be one of the biggest. But because he's going to be over there and he'll focus a lot on New Zealand sport, I reckon he'll be one of their biggest
I
pundits.
agree. I agree with that 100%. I like those videos a lot.
Yeah, so he debuted in round 13. By his 10th game, he'd scored 6 tries at halfback.
And so he debuted that year, that was 2011
Yep, so his 16th game was the grand final.
Of first
at a
grade.
club that like
doesn't play
that many.
Imagine
grand finals.
if they'd won. They
They
obviously
only
didn't.
made one, right? That was their second.
Yeah,
grand
Stacey
final.
Jones, I think, led him to the 2001. Yeah. And so basically nearly a decade on, and he comes in, leads them to a grand final. Like, if that happened today, the hype around would be like, imagine Isaiah Katoa taking the Dolphins to a grand final
Yeah.
this year. We'd be fucking...
Seriously, that's a great point. I tell you what, they'll lose it when they win their first one. The Warriors.
The whole
It's gonna be
country will shut
difficult.
down.
It'd be nice. They are, unfortunately, and I don't like saying it, but it is kind of a bit more of the same with the Warriors. Like they always feel like they're a season on, season off sort of a team. They may have turned some sort of a corner there. They've got good personnel in the coach, but like you're just going, you guys were fucking hectic.
Well, you
last
want to
year."
believe.
You wanna
I think
believe.
This
Yeah.
time that it happened, I'm with you. Like, I want to say they've turned a corner, but unfortunately, reality is they haven't. It's the same with the Broncos. Like, you want to say the Broncos are back, they're not.
No.
Like, they're just not. It's, even though you look at the roster
Yeah.
and you go, they're back, they're not.
No, they're not back.
Yep.
Look, but congratulations to Shaun. Hell of a career. I'm Devo. You didn't get that daily.
265 NRL games.
Not nothing.
Not nothing.
It's not nothing. 32 tests for the Kiwis. Golden boot.
Not nothing.
Not nothing. This week, Jess Fox is our menu log hungriest player. Use code FOX. And it's either sister now. It's either sister.
Oh, yeah.
So you might put in Fox. It might be for the sister.
Naomi.
Noami.
Noami. Yeah.
Okay, Noami. So what
trying
are you?
to trick people with that name. Like you're trying to trip me.
Yeah,
up.
you're trying to trick up. Trying to trip up. Same with Denon. People just say Denim. I'm trying to trick people
Denim.
up.
Yeah.
Or if you love the Fox, Josh Adokar, you can put Fox in and you just represent him if you
Well,
want.
he got a Hattie, didn't he? Or did I make that up?
You got
Two.
So use code FOX for free delivery this week. Tune in to Packer Up Boys tomorrow. We might be announcing something soon with Menulog, coming soon. We just got to confirm a few things. But I tell you what, it's a bloody good deal if we end up announcing it. And don't forget, guys, all 8 games are live and ad-free during play on KO. Some key games this week: Titans v Sharks, Raiders v Manly, Cowboys versus Bronx, exclusive to Fox League and available on KO. Doggies versus Dragons game sold out. I tell you what, I can't believe, very rarely in a build-up to a game, an NRL game, like a season game, you can feel the tension building. I can't believe I'm saying that about a Bulldogs-Dragons game, where I feel like you can feel the hype in the rugby league community.
Yeah. And mate, like the start of the season, no one would have been picking this game to be anything but a poo sling.
And if you did, if you say you did, you're absolutely lying.
You're a liar. Well, you're a fucking fibber.
You could have said the Bulldogs are going to go great, or you could have said the Dragons. Not both.
I don't think anyone said the Dragons are going to go well.
No. I mean, they're not.
No offense.
Where are they? Were they in the 8?
Right now, I think they're 8.
Shout out to Shane Flanagan, dude. Again,
He's
you know
a
what?
beast, bro.
There's
He's
something
a beast.
about me that I'm like a little bit like, you know what, dude? Shane had done enough. Like, he built the Sharks team. You know, it wasn't like he just came into some side that was... He built it. It's just he'd done enough to be like, you should have been more confident about what Flano could do with the side. Because he's actually a fucking good coach.
Well, that's on us.
No, it is on us. That's what I'm saying.
As human beings.
As human
and as
beings.
pundits. We're not pundits, but you know what I mean.
I love Flano that he plays fucking footy in press conferences all the time. Like, he is a content machine, Flano.
He's a rogue bit of gear, and I respect the
He says
fuck
what
out
he's
of him for it.
thinking,
Yep.
and he replies to people in the DMs and shit. Like, he's funny, man.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Love that.
You
Big
could
fan of
argue that he actually rebuilt the Sharks twice because he got them from nothing to the semis, and then Asada happened. They came last, and then he got them to a grand
Got him
final
back.
2 years later.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
It's a great point.
That's a great
Could you
point.
imagine if
Matthew.
the Dragons finish higher than the Sharkies this year?
Well, the Sharkies aren't.
Because that can
going
actually happen.
Can it still happen?
And remember when Flano, after one of the games, was basically, they asked the question when he was about to play the Sharks, and like, well, I haven't won a premiership since. And a lot of us were going, hey, Flano, you're at the Dragons. Chill out, bruh.
Calm down,
now
bro.
we need to chill out.
Yeah.
Because Flano was maybe right.
We're going to let Flano cook.
Mate,
Let him cook.
Let him cook. Flano he's just proven motherfuckers wrong. I'm
He
a
is
big
proven
fan of his
motherfuckers.
work. Good
I'm
to
also
see
loving the
Cogra
Dogs.
sold out. Good to see Cogra sold out.
Did you see there's all the like Bulldogs win, they make the grand finals in like 4 years, where there's a 4 in it.
Yep.
You see that whole thing? There's
Win-loss,
another one,
win-loss, win-loss.
the random stats guy, Nathan Corbet, put on his fucking Instagram today, which is that every year that Australia's won gold at the Olympics in the pursuit, which is what they won
Team
today,
pursuit.
then
Male
the
team
Bulldogs
pursuit.
have won the comp.
94, 2004. 94, 2004. Insert.
Wow.
Falls in a 4 year, you
Take
know?
to the bank.
I'd
Number
be-
4 for them.
I'd be shocked in the extreme,
Yeah.
Same.
but you just
Critter
can't,
wearing 4 as well? Does Critter wear 4?
you can't ignore.
No way.
You can't ignore
Does.
Omen.
There you go.
If Critter wears 4, it's done.
You're saying it's done.
He's saying it's in.
Well,
Lock
the
it up.
number 4, it just keeps coming up.
Critter wears 4.
Huge. Dogs
Oh
win the
my
comp. If
God.
after Manly. But Dogs
Well,
win.
Manly win.
Critter wears 4 as well.
If the Dogs won the comp this year, it would be fucking biblical.
Yeah, it would be. It'd be
Biblical.
See, but that would also be a fun one. Like outside.
I'd
of your
love
own,
that.
Outside of your own team, you'd be like, yeah, dude.
No, I'd love
Dogs.
that. I mean, I'm if it's a Storm Panthers final, I'm just not gonna like. Oh,
I would.
it's just a bit like.
Can I give you my
the,
hierarchy?
the Storm almost need, for the good of the comp, the NRL just go, you need to have a fucking bottom 8. Like, just you need to go down there and just experience it for a little while. Everyone's off you.
Yeah, we're sick of it.
everyone's sick to death of you.
Yeah, we're over it, dude.
Just you got to go to the bottom 8.
Worn
for
out their
just-
welcome, you're again.
Worn it out.
yeah.
It's 3 a.m. and I don't like your chat and you won't leave.
So they
I
just,
could still be happy with the Panthers winning a fourth. That's like the only thing outside the Dogs, I think, at Manly. Like, greatness I'm down with. The Storm can fuck off. Everyone else can fuck
but the
off.
Storm can fuck right off.
is that because they pumped you so much during your period of dominance?
Yeah.
Well, it certainly has a large part.
What do you
of it.
mean? They cheated? That rubbed me up the wrong
took us-
way.
they took a grand
They
final of us by
refused to
cheating.
lose. They haven't been outside the top 4 ever. Their
They
team's
refused
always
to leave the bender as well.
They won't leave the bender. All their team historically has been Queenslanders. Yeah, lot to hate.
Lot to hate.
Well, it is a Queensland. It's a Queensland side in another state. That's what it is. Let's call it a
Oh,
spade.
yeah, I
fucking
like that.
spade.
I like that because they're so successful. I like that. But anyway,
Yeah.
here you
Well,
go.
that's my opinion.
Yeah.
Just some advice for people. I was like doing research on the Dragons Dogs Cogra games, and if you want to get like G'd up for the game, which and I highly recommend everyone does this. There's 2 videos on YouTube. The 2006 game they played at this ground and the 2009 game. The 2006 game's called How the Bulldogs Used to Conduct Business, and it was just Mark O'Mealy being a psychopath. And the 2009 game was like the huge controversial ending with Jamie Soward. Just go watch those 2 games. They were both at Cogra. Cogra was almost a sellout. So, yeah, highly recommend.
And what's crazy is Cogra was almost a sellout. 2009 is when like the Dragons were nearly winning comps. They won obviously the next year. And it's a sellout this week. That's how it shows you the space that the game is in, is that they're selling out these games this week.
Mate, the game's in a great spot.
But they're also 2 clubs that like it doesn't take much for their fans to be like, oh fuck, we're back on here.
Yeah, we're
like
back
if
on.
you go on shit, like understandably, no one really gives a fuck, right? But like the second there's some positivity there, it's like, oh,
It's
we're
the
back.
largest
So you just did
crowd
something.
between these 2 teams at Cogra, 1979. The largest crowd between these 2 teams was in 1979. The last 2 games played at Cogra between these 2 teams, crowds of less than 7,500. And how much is it? So it's sold out this week?
It's sold out. So if it holds 20,000, it should beat those 2006, 2009 crowds.
Will it beat the 1979 crowd though?
It's bang on. We'll see. We'll see.
Wow.
What does it hold? Is it 20?
It's 20 and a half. I Googled it yesterday, and that was about 20 and a half as well. So,
So
yeah, we'll see.
at the very least, it's going to be around the 1979 mark.
Yep. And also, that 2009 game, that was first versus second. Yeah.
The game has never been
the dogs got robbed, and it cost them minor premiership. Like it was go.
So
watch
it had way more to play for, whereas this is just a top 8 spot.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. The game was earlier in the year, but they were like the top.
Oh,
two
they were
teams.
top team.
Yeah.
Top tier
What
sides.
what day they play?
Saturday night.
Fuck yeah.
7:30?
Yep.
Fuck nice.
That's crazy.
I've got nothing to do.
Well, I'll be probably trying to sleep.
No, I'll be watching that. The full time will mark bedtime.
Okay, Corey Hallsborough, the Dragons are front runners to sign Big Red. You know what's funny about the Dragons is that they're getting to a point where, because Flano's the coach, whoever they sign, I'm like, you know what, I reckon Flano will get the best out of them. Whereas like a couple of years ago, going to the Dragons, I was like, oh, they're probably not going to play their best footy. Nowadays, I'm like, Horsburgh might rip if he goes there.
How old's Big Red?
26, I think. 25, 26.
You're right though. Dragons, they're obviously they felt like a bit of a
Look at
a
Lomax
graveyard. You know.
Look at Lomax ripping this year.
Yeah.
26.
He's 26. Fuck, I'm good.
You are good. Man.
You are so good, dude.
But also, I think Dragons go well when they've got a fucking full blown red nut on their side.
Yeah, they
You
need
know
a
what I
red
mean? You
nut.
need a red
Red
nut.
V,
Lance,
red
Lance
nut?
Thompson. Was it Lance Thompson? He was a fucking raging red.
nut. James Graham was a ranger.
Yeah.
Fucking, I don't know if they had Ben Cray. He wasn't flaming, but he was red enough.
And you know what the
Is
saddest thing,
Wayman red?
He was bald.
the saddest thing about Ben Cray,
Underneath?
Maybe.
the saddest thing about Ben Cray, having known Ben Cray because he was at the club when I was at the club, is obviously that origin moment happened. And I get it. I get it. He's actually one of the mentally toughest blokes I've ever met. And so like he gets the bad stick because of the origin situation happened. The bloke is so mental, like couldn't be more mentally tough if he tried. He basically was playing on like no, like his bones were grinding on his knees for years.
Jeez, that seems fucking awful.
It does sound awful.
That seems like an awful way to get around town.
Yeah,
But
it
he's
does.
remembered
Bone on
for
bone.
obviously the origin one. But as I said, he could not be tougher. Like he couldn't be tougher.
Listen, it was an
Well,
unfortunate series of events.
but unfortunately,
I know,
for
I
Ben,
get it.
he ran.
He
I
should
get
have
it.
just. I bet
You
you.
know?
I bet.
Like,
and,
I get it.
And I bet you.
What do you
regrets
want?
it.
What do you?
I bet
regret
he's
it?
like, mate, if I had my time again, I'd run in and
He,
fucking elbow.
I reckon he often wakes up in a pool of sweat, going, "What did I do?"
I get it. I'm with you, boys. I get it. But as I said, like I'm not just throwing it out willy nilly in regards to how tough. You know, in a room of tough men, he was literally one of the toughest.
Yep.
I'd buy it.
Mentally, like he could barely walk when he was playing. Him, Josh
He
Miller.
moved pretty quick when fucking Rodgers came
Yeah,
out.
that's the thing. He moved like he had cartilage.
Yeah, he was so tough, and it always kills me that a lot of people have the impression that he's not tough. And
He was
I
a great
understand
player.
what's
The thing,
that.
like it happened in Origin, right? And he played for Australia. He was a great player. Won a comp with the Dragons. That's just an unfortunate image.
It is. I remember at the Broncos when we were playing the Dragons, like most of our video session was on him. He was a fucking beast back then. Absolute beast. Legend of a bloke too, Big Benny Cray.
I'd tell you what, though, the Bulldogs and Dragons going well, just to go back there, it shows how much the game needs, like, that area
To do
activated. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
that sort of southwesty area has been fucking dead as a doorknob for a while now.
Absolutely. And like when you look at the teams and how much support they actually could have if they were going well,
Yeah.
like that's
Massive
such
areas.
like the fact that this is sold out, the Bulldogs Dragons, and like they've had good years, but like they're not fucking not even in the top 4 right now, either
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
And this is how many people are turning out for them. It does get to the point where obviously the good teams, the best team should always win, for sure. But you also look at this and you're like, fuck, sometimes the damage it does to the game where the same teams keep winning over and over. Like, imagine where we could be if like each year a new team was winning.
Yeah.
Like, imagine how more
Like it used to
engaged-
be.
Well, there was a period there where it was like no team was fucking like before the Roosters. It was like back-to-backs hadn't happened for ages,
forever. Yeah.
Not since, when was it?
04, so 94, the Dogs or Broncos.
Well, the fact that the
1993.
Storm, when you look at that Storm side, the fact that they didn't go back to back, it's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
insane.
And they were cheating.
But they didn't go back to back, you're right.
And yeah, so anyway, incredible stuff. Corey Horsburgh, look, I don't mind him at the Dragons. Now the Tigers have also been reportedly
Don't be
in
silly,
the talks.
Corey. Don't be silly. You're right there, buddy. You're really close.
Go
to the coach.
link up with Big Flano.
Go to the Dragons, buddy.
You know what he's about.
I think Luai will help a bit at the Tigers.
Fucking
Well,
knows
we
he
do.
will, but he's an unknown quantity right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. No, you're right.
To a degree.
Well, we hope. Fuck, we hope.
He's good. Luai good.
I just don't want him to
get.
get a bad case of the Tigers. That's
Yeah,
all.
I
That's
know, right.
That's what I'm worried about.
He's going to come down. Doctor, give me the news.
Yeah.
I got a bad case of the Tigers.
Yeah, that would not be. That's worst case.
Yeah, that's worst case.
That's worst case.
That's
And
worst
I
case.
just think that if Corey Horsburgh's managers, he cares about him, and I have no reason to expect that he wouldn't, then I'm saying that to my client. I'm going, listen, although they're signing reasonably well, the Tigers,
catch.
there's a every chance that Luai in particular catches a bad case of the Tigers, and
It's contagious.
that's career over.
Fucking yeah, it is. It's off you go to Warrington sort of stuff. But also like, if things aren't going well in Canberra, which is already a club that's like, they're not pumping. Like maybe you want to just go somewhere with a coach that's got some pump about him.
Yeah. I don't mind Big Red in the Big Red V
Yeah.
kind of suits.
It works.
It definitely.
And he-
That's it as well. Branding sort of things,
Yeah.
deals. What deals can you do as the Big Red and the Big Red V? You
And
know?
Flano loves Corey Horsburgh, top player.
Yeah.
And it feels right
I tell you what,
visually.
if the Dragons get Corey Horsburgh, Cookie, and Val Holmes, that's bloody good
That's pretty bloody good.
Yep.
Yep.
compared to where they've been in the last few years, where they struggled to recruit anyone.
And Skip's trying to leave.
Now Skip's most likely staying.
Yeah, Skip staying.
I know well, that I'm saying from where
Yeah.
they've been,
Yeah.
where Skip's going, get me the fuck out of here
Yeah.
to.
Alrighty, Ryan Schnackenhusen can talk to other clubs November 1st. Storm chairman Matt Tripp says discussions have just kicked off, but both parties are keen to get the deal done. Hope it's weeks, not months. This is a tough one. I understand where the Storm would be coming from in regards to injuries, but at the same time, I do believe people forget how good this bloke is.
Yeah. Clive
So
Churchill
good.
medal winner. He was always in Origin talks. Like, he's had a bad run, but like, players have bad injury runs.
Yeah.
I don't think he's not at the point where it's like, oh, this guy is too injury prone to keep.
No. But I guess the question would
but
be...
there is
the
a
cost
number
of
though. There's a 100%
Yeah.
number. When you got far longer there, and you're like, well, we love Pap. He's a thoroughbred and he's a game breaker, and you win comps with him. But
How long
if he's
does-
injured all the time, which has been the experience the last couple of years, you can't get that out of your mind.
No, but how long does Farlonger need to be the first choice fullback for Melbourne? Like, let's say Papenhuyzen went.
Well,
But, like,
Farlonger's rocked in anyway, so...
No. What I mean is like, if if Melbourne get rid of Papenhuyzen, I would argue that they are immediately a less good team with far longer at the back.
Yeah, for
how
sure.
long's he gonna how long does he need there? Do you think for them to sort of make up the ground that they lose by losing?
It's a hard one. You would look at the talent that he has and go maybe a year or two, but you know what? He may never get as good as Pappy. Yeah. Like it's a world of difference between talent and actually being that in the NRL for a long period of time. And also they are quite different players. I know they're both small, but like Pappy's ball playing is way better than Fa'alonga's right now. Don't get me wrong, Fa'alonga has decent ball playing. But it's a tough one because then if you're Fa'alonga, you're not really going to be playing bloody reserve grade for the next 3 years. So it's a really tough one. I personally think that Pappy probably takes a little bit of a pay cut, lands around the 750, 800 mark. Understandably so. Like outward looking in, it looks like the club's been really loyal to him through his injuries. They haven't pushed him out. As in, maybe there's crazy stuff if there's crazy stuff's happened behind the scenes that I don't know about and they've treated Pappy poorly, then obviously Pappy can turn around and say, well, no, I'm not going to take a pay cut. You treated me poorly. But if it looks like the way we think it is, they've been loyal, they've stuck with him, I think if you're Pappy, you're probably going, you know what? Okay, I'll take a little bit of a pay cut as a repayment of faith for you guys. Good club to be at. If he stays there, like they're on top of the table right now, you're always bloody fighting for premierships. Not a bad place to be.
There's worse places to be.
Imagine being a Melbourne fan, how easy life would be.
Well, we used to have one as a fucking producer, and he was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, thank God.
Just like the level of expectation, you know.
Yeah.
Just so entitled.
Yeah.
Silver spoon stuff. Let me tell you.
Now, just quick. So, no, it's not on there. You don't have it on there, and I'm just going to take this opportunity to bring up some news reported by Scoops Hoops on NRL 360 that he believes that there's some real conversations about Mitchell Moses leaving Parramatta and going to the Roosters. Thoughts?
See, so I watched that clip, and so first Hoop said it's just his opinion, but then when he was pushed on by Braith, he said no, people are talking. So I don't know which one it is.
He said, I think if initially he was like not last night or whenever it was. Like I think initially when he started speaking about it, he was like like he wasn't committing to it being anything other than just like his vibe. But then last night it was like this isn't rumours.
So, but the thing he Hoops brings it up like everyone's talking, but Hoops the one that started talking. He was the one that first came out, and so
it's got to start somewhere.
Well, it's really hard for me to know the reality of it because Hoops last night was like everyone's talking about it, but he was the one that put it in the zeitgeist for everyone to start talking about it. And as I said, even last night he initially said, "Look, this is just my opinion," and then he got pushed on a little bit. He said, "No, people are talking." So I don't know if he had have said, "I've spoken to people in the club and this is what's happening," then I feel like we can talk about it. But right now, I don't know what the truth is. Like, is it just your opinion? Like, is it just your opinion that a guy like Mitchell Moses is a gun and he wants to win premierships and he's not happy? Or have you been speaking to people at the club and have they told you that he's not happy?
Yeah, see, I got the vibe that he was like, "Nah, this thing's going around. This thing's getting around the traps."
It makes sense though.
Does it with Sam Walker? You have both of them? How the fuck do they afford
Well, who are they
that?
going to play at 6 next year?
Sandon or Chad?
Like,
But could one of them play 6 or 7? Realistically, Kiri's going.
they've already
wants to
tried
win comps.
that. They already tried that with Walker and Kiri. They already tried swapping Walker to 6 and Kiri at 7. Didn't work.
Okay.
Like Walker has to be the main man there. I don't know how they would.
Well, then, if that's the case, because Mitch is a 7, right?
As I said, I don't know whether this is just Hoop's opinion and he just thinks that looking at Mitchell Moses and hearing and basically seeing that he would want to win a comp and the club's in shambles, that he might be looking elsewhere, or he actually has sources that have told him that he wants to look elsewhere. That's the hard thing that I'm trying to work out.
Now, let's just, for a second, all of us, let's just fucking say Hoops is onto something here. That would be so fucked for the Eels if Mitchell Moses left. Like, that would be the most fucked
Got 2
up.
years left in his contract.
Yeah, but that
like,
doesn't mean shit.
But
But
if-
if people leave, like it can happen.
in key positions like that, when was the last time like the main man at a club, even Ben Hunt couldn't get out of his contract?
I feel like that was more of a new thing. The club's fully putting their foot down and going, "Nah, bro, you're not fucking going."
I'm just trying to think, when was the last time the main player at a club that had 2 years left with another 2 in his
Do you
favour.
mean 2005, 2006?
He's got 25, 26 locked in, and 27 and 28 an option for him. I'm just trying to think, when was the last time a player had 2 more years or 4 more years on their contract that was the main player at a club was allowed to leave his contract like that?
Maybe Sonny Bill.
But he just walked out.
literally
He just
just
walked
left.
out.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He
That's
just
what I'm
fucked
trying
him
to.
up
That's what I'm
and
trying to
And
say.
so I understand the idea of like, oh, contracts don't mean anything. Like people leave all the time. Yeah, like lower tip, like players that aren't key players that get brushed or
Yeah,
wanna
no,
leave,
you're
whatever.
right. You never see it.
Very rarely do you see a main player go, you know what?
Oh
this
fuck!
guy.
I agree. Very rarely. Like, and I can't even like trying to think about it. I can't think of anyone. But you then throw in like his manager, who's not bad at getting people what they want or getting what he wants for people.
Well, maybe, yeah. How old is he now? Is he 30, Mitch?
30 this year. He ain't winning one there.
Well, he's not going to win one at the Eels. And if he's not going to get out of this contract, then looking tough.
I think
It's 30 soon.
my advice is that Eels fans, until you have like genuinely a journalist saying, I've spoken to people at the club and this is what is happening, you can't really, you don't know what it is whether it's just a bloke's opinion on like that's what he thinks that he should do.
Yeah.
The Sam
I'd be
Walker
shitting
one,
myself.
the Sam Walker one is a bit bizarre. Like, as in he would go to the Roosters. It's like, I just don't know how they would complement each other because
Yes.
there's no way Moses is not being the dominant player there.
Unless they got rid of Sam Walker, which
They're
they've done
ruthless.
before.
They don't mind being ruthless.
They've been ruthless in the past.
They're currently in pole position to win a premiership.
Yes. They would need to butcher a couple this year and next year, and maybe then they start to sharpen.
Mate,
the
like they're
I can see him leaving. Like, I can see him not taking up his option 27. But the idea that he's going to leave now, I would be shocked.
because
if
then
Mitchell
like
Moses does.
like they'd be completely fucked. There's no one out there.
Why would they let it go? Why would they let
well,
it
it's a
happen?
dearth of halves, Tom. We've talked about this
Dearth.
It's dirt.
at length.
Dearth would be a good rugby league name.
Dearth.
Like Dearth Johnson.
I am the dearth.
Yeah.
Girth would be a good name too.
Girth.
Imagine if you had 2 sons,
Girth and Girth.
Dearth and Girth, yeah, and they would
Dearth
just.
and Girthworth.
That was a 7 and 6.
Like last name's
That's
Worth.
their last name's
No,
worth
last
or their
name's
middle
Worth.
name's worth.
No, last name's Worth. Dearth and Girthworth from Perth.
You literally went over to Perth to have them so that you could say that.
Yeah.
Even though they're not from Perth. Well, you're not from
dumb.
Perth. Yeah, so look, I know what you're saying with the hoop situation, but I was a little bit confused.
I just like swimming in the muck.
Yeah, like swimming.
I like
Well,
swimming in the muck.
listen,
can
Scoops Hoops. They
Yeah.
call him Scoops Hoops for a reason because he gets the scoops. Hoops gets scoops.
You know what I reckon would be good if you had a tally of how many scoops actually came through, because then you could see the trustworthiness of each journo's scoop.
Well, it's easy to work out how many Bulldogs had Bulldog Richie because he literally just does interviews in front of all of them.
Yeah, they're all over his wall.
They're all behind
his
him on the
terms.
wall.
They're all
The
there.
ones you got right, but I'd love
Yeah.
to see all the ones you get wrong.
Yeah, that's it. They don't.
Right,
they fit onto
good
a
point.
small wall.
Good point.
And then you could rate out of 10 a journalist's trustworthiness.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like an Uber rating.
Yeah.
Trustworthy
Now,
score.
Granted, I will say, in journalist defences, things do change. So sometimes journalists get told certain things and they're either being lied to, manipulated by a club or a manager, or things change. Like, remember when Appy left and he'd all but signed with the Bulldogs and then he ended up Penrith?
Yep. Mitch Moses signed. Wasn't he going
Teddy went to Raiders?
Teddy
But
was
he
going to
actually
the
did sign
Raiders.
with
That's
the
right.
Raiders.
Yeah. There was Teddy.
So things do change. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not sitting here saying that journalists don't make things up. Like, I'm just saying there are a lot of the time things change quickly. Like even the Stefano one, I've heard pretty concrete information that like he genuinely was considering like the Dolphins. So like,
Who told you that?
can't say.
Oh, okay.
Stefano.
Pretty solid though.
Yeah, pretty solid. Stefano fucking
He
messaged.
rhymes with Bobano.
Oh shit! Wow, I wonder who that could be. Bobano.
Babano?
Bobano.
Who's that? Do we know any Bobanos?
I don't know, but it
He rhymes
rhymes
with
with Bobano.
He rhymes with Bobano.
Well, Bobano rhymes with Bobano.
It does rhyme with that. Well, yeah, it does. It's actually the same.
B-O-B-R-No, A-R-N-A-U-L-T.
Yep.
There you go. Tavita Pangai Jr. Will sign. This is reported with the Catalans Dragons from next season. Not confirmed yet, but it's reported.
Crumpet time.
Dude, Crumpet Time TBJ, he just doesn't give a fuck, does he? I thought it was all about like going to Rabbitohs. And
I don't
coming out.
know.
Well, I
what's
thought it was
happening.
about having a boxing career.
Well, it was
Didn't he want to
boxing.
didn't he want to be a world
He
champion?
didn't want anyone to tell him what to do, so he went to boxing.
Surely the
Didn't he
Dolphins.
want to be a world champion?
Surely the Rabbitohs and the Dolphins didn't offer him a contract, and that's why he went. There's no way he's just gone there and said, "Yeah, give me a crack." See ya. Surely not.
Has he got commitment issues?
Maybe he doesn't. He's a new age man. He just wants to live free
Yeah, maybe.
from his rugby league.
Open relationship sort of go. I'm going to play for you this week and you next week, and I'm going to play for both of you.
Yeah, play both.
You know what I mean? Change jerseys at half time.
Let's change some positions as well. You know what I mean?
Open rugby league.
Yeah.
Throw contracts
Open
out
and
the window.
fluid.
Yeah,
You
okay.
know, men's stuff.
He doesn't let like the societal norms hold him down.
Nah.
right.
He's
Dude,
like,
he's-
mate, I'm going to play for 2 clubs at once if I want.
Yeah, he signed for the NRLW for a minute.
Imagine intercepting his own pass and then running the other. Okay, that is probably a bit dumb.
Tackling himself.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, dude. Good hit, bro.
Alrighty, tips, boys.
All right.
Tips. I tell you what, last week when we had a bit of a joke, it was a bit of a joke, bit of banter. When the Tigers were coming back, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I thought about you, cunt. I'm like, fuck you, bro. Well, I said the Titans, you shit all down my throat for that, too.
Yeah,
They pumped you.
When you said the Tigers were coming back, I'm going, holy fuck, Eddie is going to be. And Matty actually messaged me, and I was like, well, it's great content if it does happen.
Yeah.
But it didn't happen.
No.
But the
didn't.
Titans did win. Which you also shit down my throat for my
shit on you
shit.
for
So
the
check
Titans.
the tape.
Just
No.
noticeably lacking any Brisbane Broncos
No,
news.
that's-
Right.
you can
guys
check the tapes.
fucking
No, I
suck.
didn't. I did
Suck.
not. I did not at all have a go at you about the Titans. It was the Tigers.
Broncos are
No,
in such
it was
big
both.
trouble.
You laughed
The
at me
only
both.
reason why I would have a go at you the Titans because you're trying to be a dick to me and hurt my feelings.
No. Mate, I said I really liked the Titans last week. I was proven correct. If you're winning at half time, you got absolutely humped.
Okay, Rabbitohs versus Storm.
Rabbits.
All right, locked in.
Nah, Storm. Storm can't
Now
lose.
if they win, you're a fucking coward.
Storm can't lose 2 weeks in a row this time of year. Surely not.
Titans, Sharks,
Titans. Like the Titans.
Eels, Panthers. Do it. You want to because you know Eels have a weird thing with the Panthers.
I do, I know
They're
that.
not, we're
But
not without
they just-
Moses and being
No,
so
I
shit.
think the
It's
Panthers.
And
There's
Moses,
no way.
easy
Moses at the
fucking
Roosters now
round.
anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, well.
Yeah, he's
mate,
got-
they're
he
getting rid of
is.
Sam Walker.
Yeah.
Haven't you heard?
This is an easy round to tip. Fucking hell, Manly.
Raiders versus
Manly.
Manly. What will you guys do if you lose and fall out of the 8? What happens then?
We won't fall out of the
We
8.
won't.
We won't fall out of the 8 this week. I've already checked.
Have you?
Yep.
Really? Because you're 1 point ahead of 7th and 6th, 7th and 8th.
So I think we can drop to 8th because the people outside the 8 are behind. Are too
So
far
you're
back.
on 27 points. Yeah, you can't. You can't.
Mate, we're
Entrenched.
We're entrenched, bro, and
Yeah.
we're also going to win. So who gives a fuck?
So it doesn't matter. But
Okay.
we've already checked.
Fair
Well, he
enough.
checked. Which is essentially
Cowboys,
as good as me
Broncos.
checking.
It is actually.
Cowboys. So,
Humping.
oh,
You actually took the
no,
Broncos.
Broncos.
Really?
Yep.
Dead cat bounce.
Dead cat bounce, yep. Everyone thinks the Broncos are going to lose because they've been shit. But
And they are actually
Surprise.
shit. They are a dead cat, but they're just going to have a little win and then back to shit.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
But I'm
what do
actually
you
just
think about
taking-
that?
Oh, you just don't
This
have
an
year we
opinion,
aren't.
mate.
We are,
You don't-
what do you
that-
mean have
that
opinion?
shrug,
I have
dude, clip
opinion
that
all the time.
shrug.
Well, you haven't said shit about them.
That
You've
was a
been mute.
defeated shrug.
I say shit about them every single
No,
podcast.
you
when I'm
don't.
sitting next to you,
No,
you don't?
Yeah, you don't say it to us.
I have literally spent ages talking. I get in trouble for talking about the Broncos too much.
Well, you didn't talk about them today.
When's the topic to talk about? Let's talk about it. What do you want to talk
well,
about?
this next on the agenda,
just-
Broncos are shit. What are your thoughts?
This year we have been shit.
And who do you reckon's going to win this game?
I've tipped Broncos and I've given Cowboys a start. As in Broncos Cowboys.
you think-
My tip has been Broncos.
So you think the Broncos will win?
I think Broncos win. That's my heart. My head would say obviously the Cowboys.
Nah, not a real fan.
Pathetic.
Dragons versus the Bulldogs.
Doggies.
Dolphins Warriors.
Warriors, actually. I think Warriors are value. Shaun Johnson out.
Yeah, I don't mind
Like
the
he's
Warriors.
retiring.
It's
a bit of a fucking coin.
yeah.
Coin flip.
I went the Warriors.
SJ
value.
retiring Warriors for sure. Knights. Fuck me.
Knights Tigers.
Knights.
This is a poo slinger. I don't know. Fucking
Sunday
probably
4.
the Knights.
Sunday 4:00. How'd they book that spot?
Talen's got a rip.
Yeah, that's what everyone's saying, Ma.
Alrighty, that is us done and dusted. As usual, we'll go and fuck ourselves. Thank you.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.